This video is sponsored by StinkBomz by Tommy Toys. Hi, before we even get into any of the video, let me just say, sorry it's been so long I haven't posted. Right now, I'm incredibly sick. I've been to the walk-in clinic twice in the last, 3 days, and I'm gonna go back today. I'm not dying, I don't think, but yeah, if my voice is weird, it's because I'm recovering from strep throat, so thought I would just throw that out there. There are some things that guys do that we will just never admit to. And not that it's intensely intimate or illegal or anything like that, but for one reason or another, maybe it's not socially acceptable or just not manly. We will take it with us to our graves. Us guys, you know, we have a lot of pride. And even though we might talk to some other guys about some of these things, usually that we don't want girls knowing any of them. But hey, that's why I'm here, to speak on everyone else's behalf. And you might hear some of these things and think, no way, he doesn't do that, but odds are you are wrong. Anyway, let's just get right into it. Here are 10 secret things guys do that they will not admit. Number 1, still thinking farts are funny. Yeah, when you're not around, we let loose. I don't know. Farts are funny. It's just a weird, loud, obnoxious noise. And one thing that I found really entertaining recently was the sponsor of today's video, the app StinkBomz by Tommy. If you don't already know what it is, StinkBomz is a free app for all ages that just has a laugh at farts. They have all these cute but also kind of gross characters that just have me and my friends all dying. They're spicy, sweaty, ripper, groaner. And the app has all these great features like an emoji keyboard, you can send some of these characters to your friends, and even a stinkometer so you can find out where that smell's really coming from. I'm gonna send my dad a groaner and we're gonna see what he thinks. Oh, look at that. He likes it. Oh, wait, I think he's actually about to say something else. Hold on. I'm slow to this. It's more really. Well, that's progress. Anyway, as I said before, it is a free app, so there's nothing stopping you from just trying it out. I will put the link in the description so you can check it out. And you know, share some of that fun with your friends. Anyway, on to number 2. Re-wearing underwear if it doesn't smell funky. Okay, so the point of changing clothes in general is because the old ones are dirty, right? But if I don't go outside all day, and if I'm in air conditioning so I'm not sweaty or anything, then my clothes aren't dirty. And just in general, my very sick week excluded, I am usually not a very sweaty person, so if something smells, then I know, okay, this is dirty, this is gross, and then I'll wash it. I don't know, it seems pretty common sense to me. Number 3, re-wearing jeans like crazy. Alright, so moral of the story here is guys just re-wear clothes, but jeans more than anything else. Because, I mean, the underwear is the stuff that gets dirty. Jeans don't get dirty. It's not like I'm mud wrestling or you know, as long as they're not getting stained, why do you need to wash them? And even with your shirt, you know, even if you have an undershirt or something, when someone hugs you, they'll smell your shirt. So if it's gross, you should definitely wash it. But no one's smelling your jeans. Not that they smell bad, but they don't need to smell like detergent. If they don't smell like anything, that's fine. I don't know, is that weird? Tell me if this is crazy or not to you. I feel like this video is really just me exposing myself, but I swear to you, a ton of guys actually do this. Number 4, guys stalk girls' social media. I don't know why girls seem to think that only they do this. Guys will do this 100 times over. In fact, even if you're exes, he probably still checks your Instagram every once in a while just to see what's up. It's not damn, I'm hopelessly in love. Not necessarily. I mean, maybe for some guys it is. It's just yes, this person. And if they're my ex, you know, I don't want them to die, but I hope that they're not doing too well either. And on a separate note, if there's someone that we're interested in, we just go back continuously to just fantasize about dating them. And if we are dating them, we'll just stalk their socials just to be like, hell yeah, go me. In any case, more than anything else on this list, guys do this. Number 5, he watches chick flicks on his own. You know, chick flicks, rom-coms. I've seen 50 Shades of Grey. It wasn't good. Some guys like these movies as much as or more than girls, and there's nothing wrong with that. For me personally, I just kind of want to see what the hype's about. With Mean Girls. That movie is so praised and quoted online. What was I gonna do? Not watch it? Absolutely not. And then, you know, when it comes to rom-coms, half of that is comedy. And so I don't like hate the romance, but the comedy obviously is like the best part. And getting both, it's great. Rom-coms, honestly, there should be no stigma, like in general, whatsoever. They are like as manly as they are girly. And it's not a rom-com, but I've also binged the Twilight Saga. And I am on Team Jacob. I don't understand why anybody would be on Team Edward. I mean, this dude is literally being a stalker and like always being like weird and creepy, whereas like there's another dude who him and his buddies turn to packs of wolves and just try and protect you. I'm getting too heated. Let's move on. 6, it does not matter what shape he is in, he is self-conscious about his body. If you're overweight, you wish you were skinnier, and if you're underweight, you wish you were heavier. And even if you are fit, you're comparing yourself to guys who are more fit than you. And there are always people more fit than you. Obviously, girls have body standards to live up to because you see them talked about all the time, everywhere. But guys do just as much as girls. And I think that you could make the argument that guys' standards are even harder to live up to. Because when girls are just supposed to be skinny, and I mean, some girls are just born like already skinny. Like they grow up and like you're done and you have a fast metabolism, so it like doesn't change. Guys have to be like jacked, which actively takes so much time and effort. Like you gotta go to the gym like 4 to 5 times a week and eat right, like count your calories. Like it's crazy how difficult it is to like really have a like large amount of muscle. Like at least for me personally, I have stayed up, like put off sleep many nights because it was like I just needed to get a few more calories in, you know, I was mid-bulk. I don't know, clearly it's very messed up for both genders, but all I can say is if you're dating a guy, just let him know that you like his body because it's always nice to hear. Number 7, he wants you to offer to split the bill. Literally every time. Like, it's not about you actually splitting it, but it's about you offering. Like all it does is tell him that the whole date isn't you just trying to eat for free. Because some girls literally go on dates just to get free food. And it has happened to myself and tons of my friends. One good friend of mine was telling me recently that right off the bat, the girl he was on a date with told him that she doesn't help pay for the first 5 dates, and he has to pay for all of that. Maybe guys who are rich are into taking care of someone, but not me, and not with this wallet. And even my friends who make good money are not into it. And I don't think it's about like, oh, well, it's 2018, times are changing. It's literally just a nice thing to do. Like, we both want to be here. I'm not just buying your time. Just my opinion on the matter. Number 8, he is self-conscious about your guy friends because you're a babe. I'm sure that it's nothing to worry about, but if you have guy friends, the thought will inevitably cross his mind. It's not because he's insecure about your relationship, it's because if he's your boyfriend, then he knows that you're a total babe, and if he were them, he would want to date you. And therefore, they must as well. Now, obviously, that is completely overlooking the fact that maybe you guys have been friends for forever and neither you nor he see your relationship in that way. But it's not like he understands that the way that you do because he doesn't know the ins and outs of your relationship. Like, he hasn't lived the years of friendship that you've had. I am 100% of the mindset that I hope isn't controversial because I've had this argument before, but I believe that guys and girls can be just friends, like without any feelings involved. Even if you're both beautiful people, you can just see each other as more than that. And for me at least, that's kind of dope because friends, at least for me, have lasted my entire life, and you know, relationships, maybe a year, maybe 2. Hopefully eventually, you know, you find one that lasts forever, but statistically so far, friends last longer. Anyway, the whole being self-conscious of your relationship with your guy friend actually ties very nicely into number 9 on this list. Being able to acknowledge that other guys are attractive. Some guys claim not to see it, but I mean, come on. And yeah, with the last point, we would be especially jealous if we see this guy and think, oh crap, this guy's better looking than me. And yeah, actually, after saying that, I'm realizing now that the way that we think about it is we will compare other guys to ourselves. Like, if I was at a bar, and there was this beautiful girl that I wanted to go up and talk to, but there was some other guy that she was talking to, and he was literally, like, as far as I could tell, just, like, in every way more attractive than me. It's like, what am I gonna do? And I would just leave. I would straight up just leave. Maybe he's, like, more fit, or has a nicer jawline, or just, you know, has better style. And that's why I you know, pick up skills, so it's harder to quantify. Like, oh, like, yeah, he's only that, but, you know, he can play guitar. Who remembers Wonderwall? Today is gonna be the day that we're gonna throw it back to you. Number 10, eating food after it's fallen on the floor, as long as the floor is cleanish. Okay, because if the floor is gross, like, I wouldn't do it. If it's a carpet in general, like, who knows what's getting stuck to it, you know? But if the patch of floor that the food fell on, if it, you know, if it looks cleanish, maybe it's not that bad. I'm just saying, it depends on what the situation is. The last time I did this, I think I was cooking pasta and a partially cooked noodle fell on the floor. It's not even fully cooked yet, you know? If I just throw it back in, you know, the germs it picks up will probably rinse off, or, you know, maybe they'll get strained out. I don't know. I don't need a biology degree to be pretty sure it's not gonna kill me. Anyways, guys, that was it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please remember to give it a big thumbs up. I just want to give one more huge shout out to StinkBomz by Tommy for sponsoring this video. There is honestly so much to do in this app. I didn't even begin to cover all of it. Like, every character has these hilarious bios, and they have a whole YouTube channel and an Instagram page and a Facebook that they post to. All of the links for that stuff will be in the description below. I highly recommend you check it out and send some of those emojis to your friends. Also, please tell me in the comments some of your habits that you're embarrassed to admit, because I have just exposed myself bare. And obviously, this is a comment section, not your crush's DMs. So, like, you know, what stays here, stays here. Last video, I asked you guys for something that you do physically that kind of gives away the fact that you like someone. And so on screen right now are my favorite answers to that. And if you want to be featured at the end of next week's video, hopefully next week, make sure that you leave a comment answering my question from today's video, and maybe I'll feature you. I want to give a huge Instagram shout out to Nicole for commenting on my last picture, Strep Throat King, because the photo was me at an event, and I had strep throat at the time, and I didn't die. So that's great. I miss you, Nicole, and I hope I get to see you soon. Also, Jen commented on a recent pic saying that I look like Jensen Ackles, and that's the guy from Supernatural. That is a very handsome dude, so thank you very much. I will take that compliment, Jen. And lastly, I hope that I'm saying this right, but Debatry, who basically just liked every single photo of mine on Instagram, which is pretty incredible, considering it takes a lot of time to do that. There's like 300 photos, something like that, so thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. So make sure you go follow those three, and if you want a little Instagram shout out of your own, make sure you're following me on Instagram and just, you know, engaging with my content. Having notifications on is a good way to, you know, do that. But comments, likes, stuff like that, and maybe I'll feature you in my next video. Finally, subscribe for more videos. Click over here if you want more advice. And with all that being said, I'll see you next time. Peace!